Wildflecken was so bad that one of my military intelligence went a year without a battalion commander because the battalion commander would give his orders to Wildflecken and he would literally turn in his rank. Or he'd sign in at a different post and be like, I'm not going and you can't make me. 168th Armor didn't have a sergeant major for a year for the exact same thing. There were sergeant majors that were like, no, I quit. You're not sending me there. That place was terrible. Oh, God. A bunch of us were in trouble for, throwing beer bottles at each other. Yeah, the MPs were in between us and got hit a few times, but that's our fault. We were having a good time, and, somebody had to fuck it up. A bunch of us got in a shitload of trouble, and the post commander's wife was a theater fan, okay? And so the post commander, in order to make his wife shut the fuck up, because he can't drive her to Frankfurt to the Opera House all the goddamn time. So the post commander gets a good idea. He wants us to clean out the theater, completely clean it. And then we're going to put on plays to amuse his wife. I remember the captain who was in trouble goes, I'm supposed to make these meatheads memorize lines. Oh, this is going to be a bigger shit show than the Tet Offensive. We found out that Hitler used to sit in this theater and watch performances. And that fucking theater was so goddamn creepy. That's where we did the week and a half of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And the girls would not use the girls' dressing room. They would not use that dressing room. They're like, there is somebody in there staring at us. And we're like, no, there's not. So we checked the rooms on either side just in case there's the weird guys drilled a hole in the wall or some shit. But no, they're like, I'm telling you, somebody's staring at us. And some of the girls swore up and down that they would catch in the mirror out of the corner of their eye a guy in an SS dress uniform in the mirror staring at them. So the girls wouldn't use this fucking room. And we did the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which, oh God, what was I thinking? Oh, yeah, she had a really nice rack and I got to play with them. I can still sing several of the songs from that goddamn play. Now, I don't sing worth a damn, but halfway through the first showing of the first act of Rocky Horror Picture Show, when we were still doing the Brad and Janet song, we got tired of dodging beer bottles, so we went to Red Cups. Because I'm telling you, being in the middle of singing a song and getting hit in the chest with a beer bottle hucked by a fucking tanker is no fun. So we all had the stories like the Incredible Spider Girl. She put on the wig for Magenta and she's out there singing and she gets this weird look on her face and all these spiders pour out of the wig and down her face and she starts screaming. And she's running around in circles and we're trying to tackle her. She went in and she grabbed the wig out of the storeroom, didn't realize we're lazy. We hadn't done shit. It was full of spiders. I remember looking at her and seeing the first spiders run down her face and thinking, I don't remember the part in the entry scene where Magenta slides down the banister and stands up and spiders start running down her face. And my first thought was, man, this place sucks. I mean, when she went to the hospital, her face was just swollen as fucking speckled with fucking blood marks. And they were all down her back. According to Post legend, she was eaten live on stage by spiders. It's like we had a guy disappear during the performance. The dude playing Riff Raff was doing the, it's astounding, time is fleeting, and then there's silence. We all turn around to look, he's supposed to be over by the clock, he's not there. Like the rest of the night, he's gone. I'm like, where the fuck did he go? Now remember, none of us are theater people. This is a bunch of drunken assholes, led by a captain who really hates everybody. And the next day we go to the theater and we're like, I swear to God, I can still hear his fucking voice. This is fucking eerie, and we're searching and we can hear his voice screaming for help in the girls' dressing room. And we're like, this is the creepiest shit ever. So we're like, you know what? Let's search this place top to fucking bottom. We know what we didn't know about a professional theater stage? It has trap doors and an underneath. The trap door dropped him underneath and broke his leg and knocked him out. And we didn't hear him, so he was trapped down there. We all thought he was dead. We're like, dude, we thought the mountain got you. He was like, oh man, I had the worst night. Get me out of here. We're like, dude, your leg's broke. He's like, get me out from under here. And he was like, oh man, I ended up fighting fucking rats to survive. We're like, no, you fucking. And he's like, I'm serious, man. These rats are like the size of a fucking poodle. We're like, you're so full of shit, right? We go back down there. There's like 6 dead rats the size of a fucking poodle. We're not talking fancy rats. We're talking Bavarian Alps killer rats. The kind that ate the Knight Templar. So, he had his story. He'd be like, yeah. So I was in the middle of doing a play and I was playing this part and the trap door went off underneath me and it dropped me to the stage and I broke my leg. And when I woke up, there was a rat the size of a fucking, by this time, it's like, it was the size of a terrier on my chest. He had a great story of fighting hand to hand with these rats. That was a ghost story that was really cool because, I remember turning around and being like, where the fuck did he go? Because my line's coming up. I mean, it was so fucking stupid. All because, the post commander's wife wants to watch plays put on by retards. But, when I went to theater class, I had to take theater class, and, a friend of mine outed me that I'd done that. And the teacher was like, so explain to him, that we'd be up there trying to act and us throwing fucking potatoes at us and shit. Some asshole brought a 50-pound bag of potatoes, and for the rest of the night we had to dodge potatoes.
Oh, God.
And he's like, I'm going to tell the rest of your class this, but you had the actual Shakespearean theater experience where people whip shit at you and throw beer at you. But yeah, I mean, was it during Halloween the musical? Don't ask. I don't remember any lines, and God was it dumb. I was chasing the Laurie Strode stand-in, and I came around the corner, and she was gone. And we were like, okay, and we were looking for her, and we're like, okay, she's not underneath. Where the fuck is she? Right, we're standing there, right? We're like, okay, where the fuck is she? She's been missing for like half an hour. Where the fuck is she? And we see blood drip in front of us. And one of the guys goes, no. And we look up. Somehow or another, she got caught in one of the ropes and pulled up into the fucking lights, up next to the lights, and she was just unconscious. Yeah, she had a cut on her head, and that's the only reason we found her, because it finally got through her hair and wig. No, that place hated us and wanted us to die. And there were dudes that swore up and down that they looked up into Hitler's box and would see him watching the play. I know a dude who was like, I'm not doing this play shit. And the company commander was like, why not? And he goes, I'm Jewish and you can't make me go in that fucking theater. I'll go to JAG. He's like, I'm not going into a place where Hitler's ghost hangs out. I'm an Orthodox Jew. Okay, how about if you just set me on fire? And the SEAL was like, what? Sounds legit. You can just scrub the girls' bathroom at the motor pool in the gym in here. And he was like, fuck, maybe I'll take my chance with the ghost of Hitler.